And we are getting into another breakdown, right? Remember, I did say we are doing the challenge, the 500 to 5,000, and then we're gonna scale it to 50,000, right? And let's get into the charts. So we're here on gold, right? So matter of fact, let's do this, right? Because I think I took a trade. Yes, I did. So starting off with um, NASDAQ, right? So we're gonna eliminate all of this, right? We're gonna eliminate all this. Let me see, can I make it black where you can't see it? Let's see. Okay, cool, right? Damn, it's still showing. I don't want this to be shown. All right, cool. So we clearly seen we was in a downtrend, right? If you did look, take a look at my previous video, and we had a retrace, right? And we had previous resistance where sellers stepped in, buyers stepped in at this area, bought price up, but then sellers came in and took out all these lows. So took out this low and took out this low, all right? So then we had resistance in this area, right? And I did take a sell position. I took a sell position here, and I closed out here due to the fact that we had buyers sitting here, and I seen a lot of rejection on the smaller time frame. Let's see what small time frame. Wait, why is this not visible? Okay. Cool, right? So on a small time frame, I did see this rejection here, right? So when I seen that rejection, more so like on M15, I seen this rejection here, so I was like, this looks weird. So I got out of the position here, right? Then I attempted to take another sell position because I seen it was a retrace and it was a lower high point formed, right, on the M5 time frame. So let's go down. Let's go back to the M5 time frame. So I seen a lower high created. So I anticipated that price was going to break this support right here and push price lower. Price did not break. As soon as I got in at this bearish candle, price started retracing and I got out here, right? And price consolidated a bit, broke, but then reacted and went on to the other end, right? So it started correcting itself. So we had lower high, then we had higher low, and then we had higher high, higher low, right? And price is currently sitting at, we can get rid of this now, and price is currently approaching this 100% retrace, right? Where sellers is sitting at this price point, what initially pushed price down, taking out this low and this low, right? And even taking out this low here. I'm gonna mark this off. And even took out that low, right? So price could just be correcting itself before it wants to continue to push towards the downside and make a lower low. And we have to take a look at news this upcoming week to see what's really going on and see if it really would affect what's going on, right? And let's go down to H1. So we still have higher high, higher low, and price continue to make high and low points and push up, breaking this high point, right? So price did break this high point. So let's see this right here. It's a template, I think. Changing. I'm confused. Okay, I guess whatever. So let's just mark this off. So that is the high point, right? That is the high point, and this is the low point, right? So we're approaching this H4 and daily high point where sellers are sitting at, right? And we want to see what price wants to do. If price breaks this high point, then it's going to continue bullish, and then the trend is all messed up again, right? So we just have to wait and see, right? And if price wants to continue bullish, then we will look for a higher low point. So we want to see a retrace, and we want to see price pull back, aka like a retrace, like as I just said, and not break this low, and then continue above this level, and we will look for buys above this level and take that to the new higher high, right? If price wants to continue bullish. And you just want to be patient on that. I don't think I'm going to be trading NAS coming up this next week, due to the fact that H4 is bearish, but H1 and M30 is bullish. So this is just, you want to have your time frames in sync. So I don't think I will be participating in this, right? Moving on to US30. And I want to say I took a position. Yeah, I did. Okay, so I took a position. When was this? This was August 5th. That was 2 days ago. That was Wednesday. So, as I explained with the NASDAQ, right? Low, I'm anticipating this is a low high point, right? And let's go to H1 and see here. Boom, boom, boom. So, yes, price was correcting, and then it broke structure to the downside, indicating that price wants to sell again, breaking this level, and sellers are sitting here. They push price down, but buyers did over push price, right? So as long as US30 does not break this high point, then we can continue to look for sells, and we know below this level it is sellers here, right? But if price does break this level, if price does break this high point and continue up, then we can just look for it to be a steeper retrace, right? Somewhat around this area where we do have confluence in this area, some would say this is a supply zone, and because we have a lot of consolidation, we have a lot of news happen, so look at a lot of wicks and stuff like that, and you just want to take your time and see what's going on with that. That's why I don't think I'll be chasing NAS or US30, right? And I actually took it off my list due to the fact of it being so choppy, and every time I go to trade it, it's always doing some nonsense. So it's just frustrating. So then you go to gold now, right? So I already knew gold was in this consolidation, right? It's big consolidation, daily and weekly consolidation, and it's been consolidating for months, right? Where it started consolidating in April. We are now in August, right? But it was clean moves within this consolidation that you could take advantage of. But being that price is currently sitting, right? So ever since price broke this high point here, why it keeps turning, like, what the hell is going on, right? So I can't go back to structure. Why it's not saved as a structure, bro? Okay, so this is black here with 30%, and this is black here with 30%. Okay, so I'm gonna go black here, 30%, and I'm gonna go black here with 30%. Okay, got it. So ever since price broke here, this was the high point. Price consolidated around 23.6, which is a continuation, which I did anticipate price to continue to push up. And I was correct, where I did get in a buy here, but price retraced and I wasn't patient enough, and I want to say I got out here. Yeah, I got out here. So price bought up and I got out here. Don't know why. And because I seen price reject, and I was like, okay, it's a high low point forming. And I did miss this high low point, which was August 6 p.m. And the market is usually closed. So this is Asian session. So I'm not going to trade gold in Asian session. So I did miss this high low point right here, right? Where I could have took price up. So coming up to New York session, price did come up, create a high low point, and I did anticipate price pushing up. As I said on my Instagram, and if you're not following me, look at my Instagram. My Instagram is Trades by Bush, Trades with an S, by, everything spelled correct, by Bush, right? And I did get into this position. I seen rejection here, so I'm like, okay. I seen a push up, attempt to push up, then I seen a long rejection here. but price is still moving in that direction. Then whatever this nasty wick happened came down and took me out the trade as I took this position here, a buy position here, being that we was above the zone. Price consolidated, pushed down, wick me out, continue to push up. So my direction is correct, but I don't know why it just did that. Excuse me. It was FOMC. No, it was not FOMC. It was like unemployment claims, or it was some kind of news event that we will go over in a little bit. But it was a yellow folder, so I don't know why it stopped me out. But that's part of the game, right? And yeah, so price got above this level, but price consolidated. So this is ugly price action come right now. So we can modify fib 0.82 point. Well, it's no modification for real. We do have a new high point, right? Which is marked off here, but we don't have a retracement. So we won't have a new fib until we're able to track the counter trend, right? Because that's the purpose of fib, is to track the counter trend. Also, mainly for TP levels, because I know once price does not break this low, then we already know we still in the same trend. So I really don't need the fib. It's more so for TP. That's why I just have right here marked as TP. So yeah. So on the H1 time frame, ugly price action going on right here, and this was just ugly. So I have nothing to do but to sit on my hands, right? Let's move on to. Let's go to trading view. So I was thinking about going back to currency pairs because we was consolidating in this zone right here for daily, right? It was consolidating this zone, but then price broke out, indicating a high, indicating a breaker structure because due to price breaking this high point right here. So now we're sitting at a higher low point, right? I think this is like a 78.6 retracement. Boom, boom. Yep, 78.6 retracement, right here. And price looks like it wants to continue to the upside now because we was in a downtrend, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then price is making little structure, little low high points here, but price just broke out of this low high point. So now we want to look for a pullback, and this is what I think I will be anticipating for the come up next week. A pullback, and it may not even be this steep, but as long as it comes somewhere around this area, I will be looking for buys, right? Because above this level, buyers is here. Buyers took over the sellers here and broke out, and now we're retracing. So I'll be looking for buys on UJ coming up this week. Of course, we will take a look at news and find out if the US dollar is going to remain strong or not. And that's for that, right? I also took a look at GU, right? GU's in a bearish sentiment. Low, low, high, low, low, right? Breaking this low point right here, right? And price is currently sitting at 61.8%. And let's look at H1, right? So we are consolidating between these two levels, which a consolidation is a build up. It may either build up to break for the buyers or build up to break for the sellers. Either way, we will be looking for a break and a retest, somewhat of a higher low point, and then we will continue to either buy or we will continue to sell. Sells look more in favor due to the fact of us being in a downtrend, and we want to look for sells because it's just a better trade, or not a better trade. It's just a better. I mean, the trend is your friend, so that is why. And we will be able to hold sells longer, right? So we'll be able to hold sells all the way to TP, which is all the way down here at price 1.30404, right? And that's what we could be looking at, and it's just a longer sell, and that could be a nice swing trade, and you could rack up some. I could recoup my losses. Where I did ask on my story where, and I think on my page, do you guys think I should recoup my balance? Because I am down $180. I think my balance is at $320 something. So I am down $180. Do you guys think I should recoup my balance to 500 or build from this $328. I'm still thinking, even though it may be better to build it because losses is a part of the game. Shout out my boy Omar. He did comment and did tell me that. But also, I do want to. The challenge is 500 to 5,000. So I should maybe recoup the balance. But you guys comment below and let me know if and what I should do, right? So yeah. So GU, like I said, I want to take a look at some news to see if the US dollar is going to be strong or if the US dollar is going to be weak. If the US dollar is going to be strong, then we will be selling GBP and buying the US dollar, which will push price down because the US dollar will be stronger than the pound. And for UJ, if the dollar is strong, then of course we will be buying, right? So we do need a pullback on UJ. So the US dollar may go weak for a little bit, but it's going to get back strong and push price up. And the pound may get strong for a second and push price up. And the US dollar gets stronger and push price down. Yeah, because it's the opposite. Okay, so that's what we can be looking at. I don't know any other pairs that I could potentially be looking at. Let's check out GBP CAD. Okay, I did mark this up where price was bearish and it did break this high point and we could be turning around, right? If we do turn around, this could be just, I don't know, it's too confusing. And I did hear, don't trade. If you have to think too much about a clear direction of the trend, then don't trade it. This is clearly a downtrend, but price did break this high point, right? That was a double top, you can say. Maybe even a triple top, where price did use here for buyers. Buyers did step in here, so use it for support, and I was using it for resistance. So we want to see price use it for support again, or even be steeper retrace, and we want to see it push, right, where buyers did step in and buyers is way more in control above this level right here, right? As you can see, it's more bullish candles than bearish candles above this level, even though this was a lot of doji and stuff like that. But that is it for the breakdown. Oh yeah, I did say we was going to take a look at the news, so let's take a look at the news real fast and let's see what's up coming up this week. And on Monday, we have GBP news, yellow folder, Cleveland Fed inflation, yellow folder. But these yellow folders and Trump just imposed tariffs on the gold bar. So that's going to give a reaction to gold. We have core CPI on Tuesday. We have the GBP GDP on Thursday. So UJ for the dollar, GU for GBP and the dollar, and we have PPI on Thursday again. So we're gonna have some news this week, and we just need to see next week, and we just need to see and take advantage of where price want to do. Remember, price is only going to push. News is gonna push price where price already wants to go. So once we analyze and be in position to in the right sentiment, right? If we're going with the bulls or if we're going with the bears, and price does and news does happen, then price would push that because where was that? I think that was NFP. Where is this? Okay, let's load. Okay, that was NFP where I seen price was setting up here for a buy because I seen this high low point. And I was like, NFP is coming. I'm not going to be in position. And this was NFP. 4-hour candle. Boom. Straight buyers. And I should have got in where I know price would have continued to push. But I was being, okay, we got a new higher high. Let's wait for a higher low point. As to why I was anticipating these higher low points. As to why I was looking for buys this week, right? But remember, NFP is on a Friday, I believe. Yes. NFP was on Friday. Friday at 6 a.m. This was a 6 a.m. candle, 6 to 10. So yes. So yeah, that's it for the breakdown. I did. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Trades by Bush. All links will be in the description. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to be a part of the challenge, click my link tree, hit me on Instagram, reach out, whatever the case may be. And That's it. I'm out. Thanks.